Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about the northern colonies. The Pilgrims are the most famous of the colonists. They're the ones you study in fourth grade and you dress up for and you have your feast. Okay. The Pilgrims leave England to escape religious freedom. So once again, we're talking about the schism in the church. This break right here, schism, my favorite word. It means a break in the church. And they are leaving because they are persecuted. They are leaving England and they come to the New World to start a utopia. They are perfect people in a perfect society, and the document that they write, they're creating a perfect society, is the Mayflower Compact. Now, the Mayflower Compact, I don't like to study it too much for a multitude of reasons. The only reason, no matter what, okay. Anyway, the Mayflower Compact, the only reason we remember it is it's the first legal document or social contract written in the New World. You've heard that term, social contract, all year last year. But it didn't last very long. It was a very collectivist document. What collectivism is the Pilgrims actually tried a form of collectivism 200 years before Karl Marx wrote his Communist Manifesto. The Pilgrims were creating a utopia. And this has actually been tried lots of times in North America, in the United States. New Harmony, Indiana is one of my favorites, but it's a collectivist document. They decided that they were going to create this perfect society, and they would farm or create what they were creating, put it in a pile, and then they would hand it out evenly, based upon what people needed. It was a complete and utter failure. The Pilgrims starved not because of incompetence, but because of collectivism. They were incompetent too, don't get me wrong, but people were shirking, they were taking crops before they were ready, they were stealing, and this was utopia. If collectivism was ever going to work, the Pilgrims would have been the people that it worked for. Now, I will talk about collectivism a little bit later, but it's very interesting that most people leave that out of modern history class. The reason the Mayflower Compact was such a failure was because of collectivism. All right, so the Pilgrims are aiming for Virginia, which is down here, and they end up landing here in Massachusetts. They get blown 600 miles off course. This creates lots of problems. The biggest problem was they couldn't farm. Um, my wife just came home from the dentist. They were they ended up farming only what they could for their family. This is called subsistence farming, and subsistence farming plays a massive role in our country, especially the time periods that we study. Most of the time period that we study, 95% of Americans are subsistence farmers. They only grow what they can feed for their family. They might have a tiny bit left over. Think Alaskan bush people. Now, because they can't farm, they become merchants, they start fishing, and they build ships. That's how the economies of the northern England economies are created. All right, so Massachusetts grows, the city of Boston grows, and because you have people who are arguing with each other, Thomas Hooker does not like what's going on, so he moves to Rhode Island. And somebody else doesn't like what's going on, so they move to Connecticut. I really should get that information for you. Thomas Hooker moves to Connecticut. Roger Williams moves to Rhode Island. I'll edit it out. All right, guys. That's really it for the northern colonies. Sorry you missed us. We'll get you next time.